Welcome back, Fruitful family, to another exciting episode of the Fruitful 3 show. I am struggling saying F words today. I'm Isaiah, and here with me is my brother Eli. Woo! Ready to shake things up tonight. This is episode 2, or episode 3, because we switched, of our special Christmas series. And guess what? We're diving headfirst into the magical world of Christmas pop culture. From timeless holiday movies and festive music to delicious snacks and quirky traditions. Santa's goodie bag is packed and we're unwrapping it all. So grab your Cocoa, cozy up, and let's slay this episode.
Actually, you could say Coca-Cola.
I got new merch. I don't know if it's in the stores yet or not, but real simple design, real sleek, real comfortable.
It'll be there soon.
Yeah, it will be there soon. More merch,
Coming soon to websites near you.
This is already out. I do know this because, yeah, I bought that from my website. This is what it's iced, bro. Iced. Because we out here flexing. Christmas is just weeks away, and it's season of happiness, joy, and growth. Give the gift of warmth and comfort with our cozy collection, perfect for your loved ones to stay snug and happy all winter long. These aren't just clothes. They are moments of joy, memories in the making, and the most heartfelt way to show you care. Make this Christmas unforgettable and shop now at icedertainment.net/drip. So we're going to do this episode differently-ish.
All right. I'm fine with that.
We are going to do our top 10s of movies and songs and anything else that we might have. So would you like to kick us off with our movies?
Well, movies are my favorite part of Christmas. So, I made a list. I checked it twice. And we're about to find out which movies are naughty or nice.
Look at that wordplay right there. Woo!
These are in, probably, I'd say a loose order. It's hard to decide which movies are the best and which movies aren't. Because there's so many good movies out there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to put them in order from my favorite to my, But at the top I put The Night Before. Great movie. And
what is that movie about?
About 3 friends celebrating what they think is their last Christmas together. And there's a party called The Night Before, which happens on Christmas Eve night, the night before Christmas. And there's these 3 friends that get together every year because their one friend lost his parents on Christmas Eve. So they celebrate Christmas together. And then since then, they celebrate every Christmas together. But then these, between work and family, one friend starts a family and the other friend gets a big career as a professional athlete and
Doing
steroids. It's the guy that plays Hawkeye. Actually, the new Captain America now, too.
Anthony Mackie.
And Seth Rogen's in this movie, too. He plays the Jewish guy, but it's a Christmas movie. But, you ever notice that the Jewish people make the best Christmas movies?
Yeah.
Seth Rogen and Adam Sandler. So, yeah, that's a great movie. I got that for number 1. Number 2 is Harold and Kumar Christmas. Because, come on. It's Harold and Kumar.
What's that about?
It's about 2 friends that were best friends but no longer hang out together. And Santa Claus sends Harold a gift but sends it to Kumar's address, forcing them to meet up and exchange gifts. And then they go on an epic, most excellent adventure together, like they do in the first two movies with White Castle and Guatemala Bay. And they find the Christmas spirit and friendship in each other again.
And hinted at a fourth movie that we never got.
But they brought Neil Patrick Harris back to life. And this movie has everything. It has Jesus in it. It has a baby jacked up on cocaine. It's got gangsters.
It has Neil Patrick Harris.
It has a Neil Patrick Harris.
Mm-hmm.
A virgin named Mary. You name it, they have it. Number 3 is Violent Night, which I think is the best Santa Claus movie there is.
Really badass.
Very, very badass. Very action-packed and gory and kind of superhero-esque, I'd say. I waited so long for a really good Santa Claus movie. Something that wasn't so family-friendly and Disney magical, and they finally gave, like, the badass Santa Claus movie that I've been waiting for such a long time. 8 Crazy Nights. Man. 8 Crazy Nights. That's actually more of a Hanukkah movie, actually. It stars Adam Sandler. It's a cartoon. And it's about a alcoholic that falls in love with his high school sweetheart.
Well, he still had a crush on his high school sweetheart.
But I guess he's becoming clean. Because he's like put on probation.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. And he judge tells him one more slip up and you're done.
And he has a mentor, Mr. Whitey.
Mr. Whitey himself. And he ends up volunteering for a kid's basketball team, makes friends with his high school sweetheart's son, which then introduces him back with his high school sweetheart. And then...
Who is single.
Who just happens to be single.
Wow. Crazy
how it all works out.
Crazy.
Movie magic right there, man.
It's just the Christmas miracle, you know?
You know what? And it's the Christmas miracle that gets him being the hero at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I won't spoil it. So, anyone who hasn't seen that movie yet, just watch it. It's a funny one.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Christmas and a Hanukkah movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, if whatever you're feeling, it's got both. And then, Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Jim Carrey's Grinch.
And actually, I found out some fun facts about Jim Carrey's Grinch. Did you know that the hair was real hair from a yak?
From a yak?
Real hair from a yak. They dyed it green and they stitched it to a spandex suit. And then the makeup for like his face, they didn't just do a mask. They actually did the makeup every day. And it took 2.5 hours. And Jim Carrey at one point got so fed up with having to do the makeup every day that he kicked a hole in his trailer. Like he just got mad and he kicked a hole in the wall of his trailer. Because imagine sitting there for 2.5 hours every day.
Perfectly still.
You can't talk to the person doing your makeup. You can't move. You can't do anything. You gotta just sit there and let them do your makeup. Man, that would be tedious.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks to him, holding off and putting up with it, we get one of the best Grinch movies ever.
And maybe that just added more character to the Grinch himself.
Yeah, he could put all his anger out on the character.
Mm-hmm.
He's a grump, and then it kind of set the mood. But Jim Carrey's an amazing actor. I'm really looking forward to Sonic 3. Yeah, is that? Oh, and then I put Home Alone 1 and 2.
That's 2 movies!
I know it's technically 2 movies, but I really, really like the first movie. Gotta probably say that one's my favorite, but the second one's a close second too.
The second one's just a classic, bro.
The second one's very good. It's more theatrical than the first one is. For for the first one, it's more believable. It's more realistic. It doesn't have, a George just magically sliding down a stairway, standing upright and smashing two burglars between it and the wall. It's, the second one's more cartoonish, I'd say.
Other than the nut shots.
They're very good movies.
I choose to pick that both 1 and 2 for movie night.
All right.
Yeah, that is my vote.
Well, I have both of them.
Good deal.
All right. We're gonna have to start fairly early, or we're gonna be out late. But yeah, next weekend, woo woo, Santa Claus coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Anyone? What?
Oh, next movie, Elf.
Oh, yeah.
Very good movie. Very funny. I like how they just put it all together. It's very funny. It's got the cartoon characters, cartoon novel, and the penguins, and got the whole claymation thing going. But at the same time, it puts them in the real world, and it's like, hey, we don't have that stuff here. And then next, I'd have to say Christmas Vacation. And I think everybody watching or listening knows Christmas Vacation. It's a Christmas classic. Everybody knows what Christmas Vacation is. So I want to explain that one. Polar Express, good movie. The animation style, not a huge fan, but you know what? Just it's an awesome movie. And what's his name? He plays like half the voices in that movie, and he's an amazing actor. He's an amazing voice actor. They're talking about doing a live action remake of it. Part of me, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? It's like part of me thinks
just keep the classic,
leave it
classic,
bro.
yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm interested because they're bringing
it to life.
Yeah, and they're bringing in what's his name, Forrest Gump.
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. They're bringing Tom Hanks back, and they're gonna have him, I don't know, be Santa Claus, I guess, or the conductor,
whatever.
Whatever. I mean, he was the narrator. He was the conductor. He was Santa Claus. He did a couple of voices in them.
It can be like Chris Rock's movies, like where he just plays multiple characters, or
Austin Powers.
Or the one guy that does Mama's House or Mama's Reunion, or Jordan Peele. Yeah, Jordan Peele.
Or what's the Medea movies?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
Yeah, there we go. Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Getting somewhere. We're getting closer.
Yeah.
Took a minute.
Man, Tyler Perry, he plays himself. He plays his mom. He plays his dad. Those movies are great too. That's one movie I always wish I saw. The Medea Christmas movie. It's got obviously Tyler Perry, and then it has Larry the Cable Guy. I've never seen it. So I don't know. I'm slacking. Oh, and then for the last movie I mentioned, it's Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol. There are many, many different Christmas Carol versions and remakes, and I think the Jim Carrey one's the best.
Do ya?
Jim Carrey is a really good actor when it comes to Christmas time. He's a really good actor overall. He's really funny. He plays a great grouch, and he plays a great funny guy. So it's always good seeing his energy in a movie.
Just brightens a room. Puts a smile on everyone's faces.
It does. And he really does. Well, that's my list of movies. So what's your top 10?
Well, let's ask the audience if they agree with your picks or not,
All right.
Do you agree with his picks? Huh?
Let us know down below.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Here are my top 10. I am going backwards. These are pretty close to accurate, as I just penciled down all of them, and then I ordered them. Number 10, I also have Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol, because it's just a classic, and I love it.
Great movie.
I mean, I've seen pretty much all the Christmas carols, and that one is by far the best one.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite too.
Mm-hmm. No, coming in number 9, we have a new movie that has made its ranks already.
I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is Red One. It's just came out a couple weeks ago. I love it for the fact that it made more sense that Santa Claus was skinny and fit, and it also was more modernized instead of, showing the technology side of his
But then also
technology.
very original too. Like he still had the reindeer. It wasn't just a spaceship that he flew around, but it had all the fancy tech.
Yeah, it showed the advancements of his technological.
Yeah, but he still had the classic
Uses.
sled.
And the reindeer and the elves and everything else, and it was just
Actually, it wasn't elves. It was ELF. It was a program. Yes.
Well, he had elves, and then he had
he had
ELF.
elves and trolls and okay, yeah, you're right.
And then the program itself was ELF. Coming in at number 8, I have Home Alone. I could not decide whether I wanted to do Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2. So I just picked the original one.
Nothing wrong with that.
Because I was like, that's just, it was there. It's a classic. Even though I really liked Home Alone 2, and I have received a present from my good friend Patricia, I have the dove from Home Alone 2.
Shout out to them.
Thank you for the present. She also has one because she bought herself one. No matter where we are, the doves always connect, Coming in at number 7, Violent Nights.
Good movie.
A great movie. He already mentioned it, but just the brutal, badass scenery of Santa Claus killing some bad guys is just, and then the axe scene. Who can forget about the axe scene?
Say hammer.
Or yeah, the hammer.
Man, in the shed with the hammer when he just goes ham, he's like in the shed and he's like about to give up and he's just like praying like, man, it's like, what should I do?
And then
he like takes his ring off because throughout the whole movie he talks about Mrs. Claus, his wife. And he's like, man, what should I do? And then he drops his ring and he's like chasing after it. And then there's the hammer.
With its holy brightness and
in the spotlight just shining like.
And then we get to see a bloody Santa Claus come back and just dominate.
He smashed some heads in. And then not to mention the Home Alone scene in the attic. Love that scene. With the stair and the nail and the screws and the bowling balls and the glue and the cylinder blocks and oh man, it's an amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Coming in at number 6, I've only seen it one time, maybe even twice. It's Jack Frost. It's a great movie about a kid and a dad. And the dad goes on a music trip and ends up dying.
Dies in car crash.
And he comes back as a snowman. And he hangs out with his kid because his kid built the snowman.
Yeah, his kid builds a snowman. He his father's spirit takes control of that snowman. And then they kind of reacquaint with each other.
Because the son was going through problems of losing his father. And probably started doing drugs to hallucinate a snowman talking to him. But that's way above where they were thinking about that.
But that started the healing process.
Drugs, it's the answer to everything.
Do drugs.
No, don't
do drugs.
Yeah, don't. Coming in at number 5, the classic, the most wonderful thing ever, Frosty the Snowman. Yes, that's right. I have Frosty the Snowman on my list. It was a childhood classic, a childhood favorite, and it is on my list still.
Now, which one?
The first one, obviously.
Okay.
You know.
I mean, I liked them both.
But
I like the story to the second one, but I like the art style of the first one.
the second one just was kind of like just dragged on, you know. It had a good story, but it wasn't like the original. Coming in at number 4, already on Eli's list again, we have Harold and Kumar, A Christmas Story.
Great movie.
It is a very great movie. Well, he already explained it. We already talked about it. So I'm going to move on to number 3, Elf, because it's a classic.
It's an amazing movie. It's something that we both grew up with, and they let us watch it in school.
And it's just a ridiculous movie. And we quote it even outside of wintertime.
All year round.
Mm-hmm.
How many times do we say, "Bye, buddy, I hope you find your dad"?
All the time.
All the time.
Pretty much every time we say bye to each other.
Every time.
Coming in at number 2, this is debatable. I have Harry Potter, yes. I am nerdy like that, okay?
Which technically isn't a Christmas movie, but it's Christmas related.
Mm-hmm.
It takes place during Christmas time. So it's about the same thing as saying the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie is a Christmas movie, or Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
But this is debatable because there are 2 sides that will argue. And then coming in at number 1, the most beautiful piece of artwork. It led to a worldwide phenomenon in pop culture to set a standard to all movies. It's A Wonderful Life.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It is the one they show every year in black and white on NBC. It is about the dad who is a banker.
Is it the one where he sells his watch to buy his wife ponytails, and his wife sells her hair to buy him a watch?
That might be.
Is it that movie? Because that's a very good movie too. It's a very classic movie. It's one that is just, it's a Christmas classic. It's on TV every year.
The black and white, and he finds an angel that is sent from heaven to help a desperately frustrated businessman by showing him what life would have been like if he had never existed. So it's kind of like the original Scrooge movie, you know? Like he had just one spirit.
I think the book was written before 1946.
Yeah, the book was written before, but
the movie came out in 1946, but the book, I mean, I don't know how old the book is.
I don't know either.
A lot of the best books were written in the 1800s and the early 1900s.
But I know he tries to do the big rich baddie tries to buy him out, and he won't sell, and then he talks about selling, and then the big baddie wants him to work for him, and
sounds like a Hallmark movie.
But it's better.
Also, it kind of sounds like grandma got ran over by a reindeer. You know how grandma goes missing, and then she's the one that kind of ran the company, and then they're like struggling without her, and then the kid finds out that her grandma's at the North Pole, so to save the family company, she runs to the North Pole to get her grandma to save the company. And
yeah, I don't.
If you remember that movie,
I started watching it because it was on TV when I was like a senior in high school, and I was watching it one time because I was just bored, and I kind of watched like 15 minutes. They were still in the store struggling, and I ended up just watching like rap icons. Yeah, it was so bad. I ended up watching rap icons on Netflix instead. What do you think about my picks? What are your favorite movies?
Let us know down below.
Exactly.
Also, let us know if what your opinion on Harry Potter is. Is it a Christmas movie? Is it not a Christmas movie? Also, feel free to talk about Alvin and the Chipmunks, or
Iron Man
3,
or any other
movie.
Any other movies that are debatable as Christmas movies.
Or is it just Christmas related?
Alrighty. Let's
Were we gonna see what was the top 3 in the country or the top?
You want to know what the top 3 is? The top 3 in the world, according to IMDb, is number 1. It's a Wonderful Life.
I need to watch it.
It's a beautiful movie. Number 2, Die Hard.
Die Hard? Is that a Christmas movie?
Believe it or not, it is.
Die Hard?
It's hard to believe, but yes, it is. It is a Christmas movie.
It's kind of funny.
Number 3, A Christmas Carol.
1951.
The 19th, yes.
I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen the Muppets.
Yeah.
I've seen the one that plays
I don't know.
He's in the Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy. He plays Alfred, but then he's like Scrooge, whatever that movie is.
Yeah, I don't. Home Alone is number 4. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, number 5. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, number 6. A Christmas Story, number 7.
That one's good too.
Number 8 is A Miracle on 34th Street. 9 is Elf, and 10 is Gremlins.
Maybe is it Miracle on 34th Street? Is that the one about the...
Well, that's the one about where a drunk, the nice...
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's not what I'm thinking of.
He's divorced. After a divorced New York mother hires a nice old man to play Santa Claus at Macy's, she is startled by his claim to be the genuine article, which his sanity is questioned. A lawyer defends him in court by arguing that he's not mistaken, because supposedly they're calling him a drunk because of that.
Because he's homeless?
Oh, because he's crazy.
Oh.
Because he's Santa Claus. Yeah, I don't know. I was reading other different summaries, and
never judge a book by its cover.
Okay, music.
All right. Well, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
All right. So as far as songs go, I did my list a little bit differently. My number 1, I have A Twisted Christmas, the Christmas album by Twisted Sister. I cannot pick a favorite song out of there, but that is my favorite Christmas album. All the songs are good. It's all great.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is another album, Jackson 5. I can't pick a favorite one out of it.
Oh my goodness.
Jackson 5 is really good. It's a really good band. They do a Christmas album. Every song on that album is really good. So I'm sorry, I can't pick a favorite one out of the album, but I'm paying tribute to the entire album. Number 3, Frank Sinatra, Jingle Bells.
There we go.
Banging song. Best version of Jingle Bells.
Mm-hmm.
By far.
Mm-hmm.
The best.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Sinatra is somebody that you just have to listen to during Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
Have to. Less popular band, Alexander Jean. 2-person band. It's a guy and a girl. They're a couple. They sing together. They both have amazing voices. They're amazing singers. They do tribute songs. They do their own original songs. They're on YouTube. They're on Spotify. Look them up. But they do have a couple Christmas songs. They do We Three Kings. Best version of We Three Kings I've ever heard. And then Oh Holy Night. Amazing. They rock that song. They rock the socks off of that song.
Mm.
It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
So if you don't know who Alexander Jean is, look them up. Because they are amazing. And then I just have to do Silent Night. And in the end, I'd probably have to say the best Christmas songs to ever exist are Oh Holy Night and Silent Night. Those are the best Christmas songs. They sound amazing. There are many, many different versions that are all great. It is a tradition at our church for Christmas Eve to sing Oh Holy Night in German. It's one of those songs that we've both grown up with, that I've known to really like. And in high school vocal, we did a Oh Holy Night, Silent Night mashup every year for our Christmas concert. They're both very good songs that really catch the true meaning of Christmas. And that's all I have.
How do you like his rankings? And do you agree with his album picks?
Twisted Sister.
So, we're going to kick this off. I can't believe I did not put the name on this one. But coming in at number 10, I am going to switch that, as you can see.
Frank Sinatra.
Hey, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. I'm starting backwards, okay?
Shout out to the man himself.
We're gonna go with Holy Jolly. Holy Jolly Christmas by Michael Bublé. Bublé. I just think that's the best version of it. It's wonderful. Coming in at number 9, we have White Christmas by Bing Crosby. Just another classic. I love it, okay? The 1947 version, I believe it is just, it's wonderful. Last Christmas at number 8 by Wham! Wham! Because, you gotta have some wham in your life.
No, it's not just wham, it's wham!
Wham! Okay. Number 6, Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams. Just another great song. That was in my top 4, top 5-ish. Silver Bells, Dean Martin. It just, every time when they start singing Silver Bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Just amazing. And then number 4, Winter Wonderland by, again, Bing Crosby. Because it's just
amazing.
Exactly. And number 3, 2, and 1, if I knew he was going to do albums, it would have just been one whole album of Frank Sinatra. Because,
You gotta admit, though, it's hard. When there's a good Christmas album, it's hard to pick a favorite song out of that Christmas album.
But as my top 3 from Frank Sinatra's Christmas music, we have number 3, Merry Little Christmas. Number 2, Let It Snow, because I love snow, and I always want it to snow during winter time. It should just snow from December 21st all the way until March 20th, 19th, whenever spring is.
I'm glad you think so. I need to move to Arizona.
And number 1, it's Baby It's Cold Outside, because I just love Baby It's Cold Outside.
Baby, it is cold outside.
Baby, it is cold outside.
It is very cold outside today.
Oh, did I skip 7?
Yes, you did.
Number 7 is It's Starting to Look a Lot Like Christmas.
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé. Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
Do you agree with my picks? What would you change? Leave it in the comments, the socials, everything. But for the top 10 in the world, we got number 1, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Number 2, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee. That's another great. Jingle Bell Rock. Number 3, Bobby Helms.
Forgot about that one.
Number 4, The Christmas Song, Merry Christmas to You by Nat King Cole. Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, Burl Ives from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He knows. And number 6, Feliz Navidad by Jose Felix.
Solid song. I forgot about that.
I've heard that enough that I am over that song. It's The Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams, because it's great. Last Christmas by Wham! By Wham! Number 9, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow by Dean Martin. I think it should be Frank Sinatra, but I will allow that because Dean Martin makes really good Christmas music.
Very good singer.
And then White Christmas, the 1947 version by Bing Crosby, with Ken Darby singers and John Scott Trotter and his orchestra. Yeah. Woo. That is a solid list right there.
As a solid list.
but not as solid as my list. So anyway, moving on to games, snacks, and whatever else we would like to add.
Well, I have games and snacks on my list, but I'll say games first, just because I only have one listed. I looked it up. We talked about it last week. Super Santa Kicker is the name of that game that I was trying to think of last week. It's about the sleigh is hovering, and you're basically playing as the reindeer, and the goal is to kick Santa into the chimney. But there's an obstacle. So you have to angle it.
You gotta do some geometry, some trigonometry, some algebra, you know.
You gotta math it out and kick Santa in the jingle bells and watch him fly. And then he hopefully lands in the chimney to deliver presents. Very fun game.
My favorite game, and it's not really Christmas games, but the Arkham series. Batman Arkham series.
Takes place during winter.
It does. And it's just every time we would always play Arkham series
during Christmas vacation, and it was always snowing.
While we would sit in our room playing
stay up all night,
playing the game, we would also snack on peanuts and shells and all the other goodies we had.
Ooh, all the goodies that we get from the Christmas Eve service, the little goodie bag, best orange ever. I don't know where they get their food, but the apples and the oranges, amazing. The peanuts, and then they got the gummies and the chocolate covered peanuts and all the other goodies inside that bag. So good.
There is one thing I would like to mention, and this is for anyone who's genius enough out there that would like to make some money. I wish there was an open world Santa Claus game like Arkham.
Oh, free roam.
Yeah, free roam.
Free roam Santa. That would be fun.
Like an Arkham game, kind of badass. Beat people down, but also got to deliver presents, got to solve mysteries.
You beat people up that aren't in bed.
Yeah, like you gotta
deliver the presents.
Yeah, they make the naughty kids like little demons or something, and
maybe throw the Grinch in there. You could beat the crap out of the Grinch.
Yeah, you do, bro. You know how many DLCs you could come out with like every year? You could just announce a new DLC like A Christmas Story or The Grinch or
you could make get into the chimney like an obstacle, like don't slip on the ice or land on the roof properly and don't wake anybody up, and you could really do that. Yeah, just walk around the whole house, raid the fridge.
Yeah. Like, oh, I don't want these macaroons. Yeah, macaroon cookies. I want
macaroons.
Oh, and he searches the cupboard, and there's like, it's like,
all right,
snickerdoodles.
Turkey. I'm gonna eat this turkey.
Oh yeah, carrot. Yeah.
I'm gonna give my reindeer carrots. I'm gonna eat this week old pizza in the fridge. But oh, snacks.
Yeah, snacks and our final thingy.
So, snacks.
I
put Scooby Snacks because we'd always snack on Scooby Snacks. And then also every year I get a Christmas bonus and I end up shopping in Deschler at Aaron's and I end up buying Scooby Snacks. So every Christmas I spend my bonus on Scooby Snacks. So then, yeah, I had to put that on there. And then, honestly, if I remembered that goodie bag from the church, I would put the oranges on there because those oranges are banging, bro. Like they're better than cuties. They're better than halos. They're better than I don't know, Colorado oranges. They're the best. I don't know where they get them from, but they are the best.
Probably Spain.
Somewhere. But oh, and then I don't do the cookies. I don't do the gingerbread man or any of that. Or the cake and the bars and the
Doesn't even eat my healthy.
I don't do the sweets. I don't do the pie.
My healthy pumpkin pie. That
I tried your paleo pumpkin pie.
I know you tried it, but you only had like a bite. You tried it. But it's so healthy for you.
It tastes like pie, though.
That's the point. It tastes like pie, but it's healthy.
Well, I tried it.
You did try it. I will give you credit for
Give
that.
me some props. Give me some credit. But on here, I put soup.
Soupy.
Because, after church, Christmas Eve, we'd always do like a soup thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd watch Christmas movies and, when Grandma was around, we'd unwrap presents at Grandma's house. And, soup seems like it plays a big part of Christmas. So I had to put soup on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not really a snacky food, it's a food. Mm-hmm. And it's become kind of a Christmas thing, along with cold sandwiches. Ham and turkey and whatever else. Then also hot tea. I put drinks on there because there's really not a whole lot of foods.
Mm-hmm.
Other than, like Christmas dinner, get the turkey and the ham and the mashed potatoes and the egg noodles and like all that. That's what I look forward to on a Christmas dinner. Like that's all the good stuff, but that's not snacky food. That's, Christmas dinner. But like hot tea, that Christmas movie night, we got the hot cocoa, we got the hot tea, we got the hot apple cider. You know what? Like, I feel like hot drinks are kind of a good part of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't enjoy winter. I don't enjoy cold weather, but I enjoy the hot drinks and the hot soup and all the warm, fulfilling little treats to go with it.
My snacks include, I have Scooby snacks down here. It's not up there, but it's down here. Especially the honey flavored ones that you got me the other day. I was snacking on them earlier. I still have half a box left. But, those are my favorite ones. Just amazing. The next one is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups Minis because I love them and I get them all the time, but I just love them. The peanuts in the shell. Because I love peanuts in shells. Well, I just love peanuts, period.
Honestly, a big part of Christmas right there. Mm-hmm. Because we ought always get that big bag of peanuts. And then we'd be snacking on peanuts, cracking the shells, sucking on them, getting all the salt off the shell.
Watching movies and playing video games.
Staying warm.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, I have Fruity Tooties. Those like, those flavored...
fruit-flavored Tootsie Rolls, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that always come in our Christmas goodie bag. And so I would always eat those first.
I always thought of those as a summer snack. But, we sold those at the pool.
And well, I only really ever got them once a year, and that was at Christmas time.
See, and I'd always take that little bag of the Tutti Fruities and the chocolate-covered peanuts, and I'd give them away to Logan and trade him the candy for the apple and the orange. It's because I love the orange so much. But then, I think what made the apple so good was the salt from the peanuts on the apple. It's just that sweet and salty mix. Because, you think about it, there really wasn't anything special about the apples that they put in there. It's just an apple.
But the apple,
something about the orange though, man.
Apple was always like the first thing I ate. Really,
the easiest thing.
Yeah, because you just pull it out. I'd always give him my orange because I don't like oranges, but
they are hard to peel.
But I might get away from my apple. That's my apple. Any other notes? Final conclusions? Last notes? Last thoughts? There, buddy.
Well, I feel like games, since you mentioned the Arkham series, I have to mention Minecraft.
Yeah, we'd always play that during snow days.
Yeah. And we'd stay up all night, or during snow days, we'd just stay up all day. And then, Dad would come home at like 5:30 and be like, "Why isn't the sidewalk scooped?" Oh, oops.
It's that time already.
Oh, wow, what happened to the day?
Or we'd play until our iPods die. We'd charge, and then we'd go do some of the chores that because we'd always end up with chores on snow days.
Oh, yeah. Dad always had a list for us.
Yeah, and he's like, well, if you're not going to school, you're gonna do this. And but when the iPod died, we would go do that. But
Give us an hour and a half to do some chores.
yeah, give us 4 hours to play video games until our iPod died, and then we'd go do something, and then warm back up playing video games until our iPod died.
We always played the Pocket Edition.
Mm-hmm. Because, well, I had an Xbox at that time, but it wasn't compatible to iPod.
Yeah, because it wasn't cross-platform at the time. That was
before all the
technology.
There you go.
But yeah, I remember the cross-platform. That wasn't until we were in high school and
you were in college. That came out when I was like a junior in high school.
I guess they were. What was I doing in the high school?
You were compatible to do it from computer to computer.
I was probably at one of your basketball games in the high school cafeteria playing Minecraft with Logan.
Could have been.
Yeah. I'm old.
Unless they introduced that my sophomore year. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to the Fruitful 3 show, where we keep Christmas cheer alive. Well, where we are keeping Christmas cheer alive. We'd love to hear from you what your all-time favorite Christmas movie songs or snacks are. Games. Or games, because I did add games. Let us know on social media or drop a comment down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a review and share the holiday spirit. Until next time, stay fruitful. Peace, love, happiness, and unity.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you in the third episode.